We're very glad to be here today on behalf of our bosses who unfortunately cannot be here for this important breakfast and share this important day with all of you, but we're very pleased to announce that when the Senate convenes this morning at 10 a.m., Senators Casey, Lugar, and Dodd, joined by Senators Biden, Obama, and Sununu, will be introducing the Senate counterpart version of the Jubilee Act. We're very glad to make this effort a bicameral initiative as well as a bipartisan initiative. It's elicited a lot of support and interest in the Senate. We're very grateful to the members of the House who have shown real leadership in this issue, and I know that our bosses are glad to be following in the footsteps. And just speaking for myself, I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to make progress in this legislation in the coming months, have it marked up, and hopefully make it into law. And I'm just going to turn it over to my fellow staffers. Thank you.
I'm Melanie Rubin. Can you hear me? I work for Senator Lugar on his Senate Foreign Relations Committee staff, and he's very delighted to be supporting the Jubilee Act and to be working closely with Senators Casey and Senators Dodd on this legislation. He sees it as an important part of his development assistance vision. Debt relief, of course, cannot cure the problem of poverty. It is one tool. The other efforts that he's been making at the Senate Foreign Relations Committee are on multilateral development bank reform, because it's important to get the loans right in the first place. Sometimes they are useful, and then if we get them right in the first place, we don't need to forgive them later. That, in addition to additional foreign assistance, and in a farm bill where we reduce U.S. subsidies to our farmers, they're all important parts of our assistance to developing countries. So thank you very much.
I'm Josh from Senator Dodd's office, and I know my boss is thrilled to be working with his esteemed colleagues, both in the Senate and the House, to introduce this bill. And I know he always likes to say to me and to all of you who come into our office that, in a sense, we have the easy job. We're the ones who can just introduce a piece of legislation. Most of you have done all the research, you've done all the advocacy, you've traveled around the world, you've spent an entire lifetime advocating, and all we have to do is introduce the bill. So thank you to all of you who are part of Jubilee, who are part of what my boss always calls sort of the great American patriotism, the great American spirit. This is something that we can do. There are so many problems that we can't fix, and this is one that we can start to fix through what is pretty much a very straightforward proposal. So we appreciate all of your support, and I know my boss wanted me to thank all of you.
Thank you again. We're just so delighted to have this news today, and we're going to look forward to seeing how we move this along. Thank you so much.